Make India officially the world's most populous nation. It is India's demographic dividend. Let's see what the United Nations has to say, because it's good news at many levels, but it also means a challenge at some other levels. So we are the world's most populous country now. India's population is 142.86 crores versus China's 142.57. So India has now gone ahead of China, says the UN. 68% of our population is between 15 and 64 years of age. That is the demographic dividend. It is these young people which will really drive India's economy and our country in so many ways, but they'll need jobs. They'll need a higher per capita income. They'll need a higher GDP. They'll need social stability in India, and they'll need better education. India's population is projected to start declining from 2060 onwards. But there is in all of this an imbalance in the population explosion of India. Of every 100 babies born, almost 49 will be born in the 4 North Indian states, 22 in Uttar Pradesh, 12 in Bihar, 7 in Madhya Pradesh, and 7 in Rajasthan. 5 southern states together contribute only 16 babies out of every 100 that are born. Now, when you compare India with China, China faces a demographic decline as birth rates plunge and workforces age. So that's true also of several countries in Europe and Asia. They can also expect a demographic slump. We've got a super panel. Dr. Viral Shah joins us, Manu Gaur and Poonam Motreja. They've all done a lot of work on the issue of population. Thanks very much. Dr. Shah, is this good news for us, or is it potentially bad news at our current rate of growth?
It could, your title captures it really well. It could be a demographic dividend or a disaster. And, naturally there is going to be a huge amount of, stress on our natural resources, on food production, on milk, on all the natural resources that we have. But, in modern economies, we are not necessarily always driven by, constrained by natural resources. We are driven by intellectual capital. And we have what is potentially the world's largest, young population. Mm-hmm. It's only if we can train them, skill them, build our universities, improve our scientific standing in the world, we can actually unlock this demographic dividend. It's unclear at this point which direction we are heading in, but there is a huge amount of potential here.
Poonam Motreja, one of the interesting statistics which have now emerged, of every 100 babies born in India, approximately 50 would be in 4 states across North India, and just 15 in the 5 states of South India. What does that mean? What is the significance of that?
So there is a North-South divide here. And the fact that the South has invested in education, better governance and health services means that they have benefited from development, and fertility has gone down. But in the North, where we didn't invest in education, especially of women, where there are huge gender inequalities, health systems, the governance, the investments are low and the governance isn't good, they have unfortunately landed themselves in a situation where they have many more babies which they can ill afford. But if you look at the average for India, families do not want more than 2 children anymore. In fact, 1.8 is what the NFHS shows. And so the lesson for us is that in the North, we need to invest in women's education, women's empowerment. We need to give family better health services, but within that, access to family planning. And the government of India recently, in 2017, rolled out a program called Mission Parivar Vikas, where 146 low fertility, high fertility districts with very poor indicators, they just reached good quality family planning services to the doorstep of women. See, they need it, so they used it. And NFHS 5 shows fertility declined quite a lot in both Bihar, in UP and other districts. So now they're scaling it up. Right. So the investment in people is what is needed. And it shows that North needs to invest more.
Manu Gaur, poverty has come down dramatically in India. Healthcare services have improved dramatically as well. This is stating the obvious. Education has improved, but I think in all categories, we obviously want to do a lot better. But is this demographic dividend that we are talking about now largely a result of successes that we've had in the three areas that I've spoken about: poverty, healthcare, poverty reduction, healthcare, and education?
हमारे देश में पहला बीपीएल सर्वे, फर्स्ट बीपीएल सर्वे 1961 में हुआ, जिसमें 19 करोड़ जो हैं लोग हमारे देश में वो बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन थे। 2011 के सेंसस में वो बढ़कर 36 करोड़ हो गए। उसके बाद पॉवर्टी डिक्लाइनिंग शुरू हो गया। पॉवर्टी जब बीपीएल सर्वे होता है तो किन पैरामीटर्स पर होता है? डेली वेजेस पे हम क्या एक्सपेंडिचर पर मेंबर पर फैमिली कर सकते हैं, या उनके घर में पावर कनेक्शन है, अपना घर है, या उसमें सैनिटेशन की फैसिलिटीज हैं, उसमें गैसेस हैं, तो ये सारी, उनमें घर में टेलीविजन्स हैं। ये सारा पॉवर्टी रिडक्शन इसलिए हुआ क्योंकि जो वेलफेयर स्कीम्स गवर्नमेंट के द्वारा चलाई गई, जिसमें हर घर में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पावर, हर घर में उज्ज्वला योजना से गैस के कनेक्शंस, तो लेकिन अगर आप वहीं इंटरनेशनल पैरामीटर्स की बात करें तो हमारे देश में जो पर कैपिटा इनकम, अगर बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन की हम बात करें तो उसके हिसाब से, इंटरनेशनल पैरामीटर्स के हिसाब से बहुत कम है। अगर हम इंटरनेशनल पैरामीटर्स की बात करें तो आज भी हमारे देश की आधी आबादी जो है वो बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन ही काउंट होगी। उसके अलावा जो बात हुई इन्वेस्टमेंट की, 1974 3 लाख करोड़ रुपीस गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने फैमिली प्लानिंग प्रोग्राम्स पे इन्वेस्ट करे हैं, जिसकी रियल टाइम वैल्यू आज 30 लाख करोड़ से भी ऊपर है। मतलब एक साल का रेवेन्यू जनरेशन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने फैमिली प्लानिंग प्रोग्राम्स पे इन्वेस्ट किया है। दूसरी चीज बात आती है एजुकेशन में। एजुकेशन की बात यह है कि दुनिया की टॉप 250 यूनिवर्सिटीज में इंडिया की कोई यूनिवर्सिटी नहीं है जी। हम लोगों ने सर्व शिक्षा अभियान के तहत हर घर में, हर गांव में स्कूल खोले प्राइमरी एजुकेशन के लिए, लेकिन क्या उन सरकारी स्कूलों में क्वालिटी एजुकेशन अवेलेबल है? क्या हम अपने बच्चों को वहां पढ़ाना चाहेंगे? तो किस बात आती है हेल्थ की, हेल्थ में इन्वेस्टमेंट की। तो हेल्थ में इन्वेस्टमेंट ड्यूरिंग कोविड बेड्स अवेलेबल नहीं थे, ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर्स अवेलेबल नहीं थे, मेडिसिन अवेलेबल नहीं थी। इससे हमारे हेल्थ स्ट्रक्चर का पता चलता है। रीजन क्या है? रीजन इस चीज का सबसे बड़ा है क्योंकि हमारे यहां पर हर चीज में, हर सेक्टर में सप्लाई और डिमांड का रेशो मिसमैच। हमारे यहाँ हर फील्ड में डिमांड, हमारे यहाँ हर फील्ड में डिमांड ज्यादा है और सप्लाई अकॉर्डिंगली कम है।
Okay, I'd just like to, Manuji, I'd like to sort of interrupt over here, because what I'd like to do is actually play out this soundbite of what the India representative of the UNFPA, who really worked on this report, Andrea Voinar, had to say. Let's listen in.
Today, UNFPA, the United Nations Sexual and Reproductive Health Agency, launched its flagship State of World Population Report, titled 8 Billion Lives, Infinite Possibilities, The Case for Rights and Choices. The report identifies rising population anxiety and urges a radical rethink of how countries address changing demographics. As per the projections of the World Population Prospects cited in our report, the projected population of India is 1.4286 billion, and China stands slightly less at 1.4256 as of July 2023. So India's population is likely to surpass China's population this month, and may have already done so. Human reproduction is neither a problem nor a solution. Family planning should never be used as a tool for achieving fertility targets. It should rather be a tool for empowering individuals. And when we invest in people through health, education, and job creation, and put gender equality at the heart of population policies, nations are better able to deal with economic, environment, and other challenges. India's story is a powerful one. It's a story of progress in education, public health, and sanitation, economic developments, as well as technological advancements. As the country with the largest youth cohort, its 254 million youth can be a source of innovation, new thinking, and lasting solutions. If women and girls are equipped with equal educational and skill-building opportunities, access to technology, and most importantly, with the information and power to fully exercise their reproductive rights and choices, the path to prosperity will be greatly widened.
All right, very positive words over there on what the future for India can be if we actually enable that to take place.